Hey everybody, welcome to our breaks this evening. Today is July the 18th. It's Saturday, thank goodness. Hope everybody's had a good start to your weekend. I've come on a few minutes early just to get a few things set up, open a few random packs before we get into tonight's big lineup. Hey Keith, how are you doing? You doing all right this evening? I'm doing fantastic. You know me, I'm just glad to be here and have a nice, beautiful assortment of product to open. I think we're in for a really good evening. So I'm pretty darn excited about that. I am just getting a few things set up before we get started. Need to post a link to the channel on Twitter. Trying to be a little bit better about promoting what we're doing. I'll be the first to admit that marketing and promotion is not my strong suit. I probably know a little bit more about cards than I do the marketing of them. The upside of that is I have lots of room for improvement. Looks like we've got about 8 minutes before the hour. Looks like we've got a few late website orders coming in. Excellent. How is the weather up there, Keith? Is it hot or is it okay? Ooh, well, at least if you say dry from like a humidity standpoint, at least you've got that going for you. I think it's like 92 or 93 here, but it's a little muggy outside, which really makes it miserable. I think most of the people in the country, though, that's how it is today. Like everybody, just about 2/3 of the country is in the 90s. So it's kind of miserable. Although some folks, I have some friends out in Tempe that might need a light jacket if it were in the 90s. They're used to 110, 115, which honestly I don't see how they survive it. I don't know if I could. I mean, I'm sure I could do it, but it wouldn't be pleasant. Looks like we've got about 4 minutes before we'll start with our 2017 Immaculate collection. I'm going to open a couple packs here, make sure everything is set up properly. I can already tell I've messed up one thing. My trash can is 10 feet away from me. Billy Swift, John Marzano. Hey, Fred. So we don't have a lot of these listings left in our eBay store, but I have a handful of them, and frankly, I'm kind of weeding them out. But I would have a drop-down menu within the listing of various players and prices, and people would pick the specific player that they wanted to have in the break. And we have it's a different listing than the random player listing. I just wanted to message you and make sure you knew which you were buying into, because we're doing the pick your player break tonight and not the random player, and I didn't want you to tune in and be like, wait a second, why is my name not on there? I bought several spots. I should be in there quite a few times. I think I've probably got maybe 4 or 5 left in our eBay store. Honestly, I've been phasing them out over the last couple months. I don't relist them once I finish one, just because they're very difficult to do from my end, from kind of an administrative standpoint. And honestly, I tend to get a lot of negative feedback based on those, which I really don't like. So it just seemed like this prudent thing to do. That was not a great pack. Let me get my trash can. Well, if you want me to, I mean, we'll be doing that break, the random player break, in the next couple weeks. If you don't mind waiting, I mean, I'll certainly leave your spots in on that. I assume that you're buying spots because you thought it was breaking tonight. So if you want me to refund those to you, I can certainly do that. It's just whatever you want to do, Fred. If you want to wait until we actually do the random player break, I'll be more than happy to leave them in, or I can refund you. I just didn't want you seeing the break tonight thinking, well, why am I not listed on there? I bought spots. Yeah, it's just. Give me a few minutes, Fred, when we get a couple spare minutes between breaks, and I will send those out to you. We'll give it just a couple more minutes for folks to open up the live stream. We'll get started with our 2017 Immaculate football. We'll set this down like that. Guess I should get some sleeves prepared. Alrighty. Well, it does look like it is a couple minutes after the hour. So let's get started with our 2017 Immaculate Football Random Player One Box Break number 2. Just like with all of our random player breaks, we list everyone in random.org in the order of which they purchased their spots. We'll randomize that list 5 times and then match that up against an alphabetical player list from the product. Good luck, everybody. Once, twice, 3 times, 4, and lucky number 5. And we've got Zach Shep 9 in the top spot, and we've got C. Chad Bryan 13 in the bottom spot. I'm just going to cut and paste our list over to the right, sort by everyone's eBay IDs, and then we'll briefly scroll through the list, and then we'll open our box and see what we get. Well, hello. Howdy, Avery and Andrew and Phil. Thanks for watching with us this evening. Hope y'all are doing all right this evening. Hopefully it's not too hot where y'all are at. So, Fred, you brought your own crew with you. That's what I'm hearing. That's good, though. That is definitely a good thing. Well, good gracious, that seems to be a common theme of the 90-degree temperatures everywhere. Hey, Michael, how are you doing this evening? Yeah, it's about 90, 92, 93 here. It's 90. We were down in Branson earlier today, and it was 94 down there and somewhat unpleasant. Well, I kind of expect it to be a little hot down in Georgia, Michael. I'm assuming that it's pretty darn humid, too. I'm doing fantastic. I'm getting ready to open this beautiful box of 17 Immaculate Football, which, by the way, is tough as a dickens just to find nowadays. not as plentiful even as it was maybe 6 months ago. And even then it was kind of hard to find. But it has got downright impossible. Of course, it's been busted left and right, everybody looking for Mahomes, which is understandable. I dare say this will be the last time I open this box. I guess I shouldn't say that, but I think that's pretty good odds. I feel pretty confident in saying it. Hey, David, how are you doing? Just 102? You better go get a light jacket. Maybe some gloves or something. Yeah, seems to be the common theme today. Everybody's roasting. $100 in Sacramento. Huh, lovely. Hey, RJ, how are you doing? How's your weekend been? Good, I hope. I didn't hear from you at all yesterday, and I took that as a good thing. No offense. But I think you know what I mean when I say that. I don't know if Woody's on or not. I haven't said. Normally he comes on a little later. I don't think he's got spots in any of the first 4 breaks, so he might not be on till we get into the website stuff. As soon as I say that, he's going to pop up in about 12 seconds in the chat. But he usually doesn't pop up till about halfway through. But you never know. Great, RJ. That's exactly what I was hoping you'd say. Hey, Fred, I've submitted the request to cancel those. So once eBay processes them, then we'll be in good shape there. Have a good evening, Michael. Thanks for stopping in. That's all right, Fred. I appreciate you doing that. I really do. I felt like you were thinking that was going to be what we're doing tonight, and I didn't want you to be disappointed when I'm scrolling through the names and you don't see your name there. I was like, I better send him a message. Hey, Brian. Well, thanks for making our break your first one. Hopefully you'll have a good time. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat, and we will do our best to answer them for you. I'm going to mute for a second because I've got to get up, and I left my box cutter on the other table, and it's not within my reach. All right. Yeah, I noticed that, David. That's a pretty big role with old Petey. That was quite the roll there. Hopefully I'll be able to, hopefully the box will come through with it on that one. That spot had been sold forever, and like a week ago somebody asked for a refund. They were tired of waiting, so I was like, all right, that's fine. Did anybody catch who had Mahomes in this? I'm going to cheat and go back up and see. And Boo 4661. Okay. I was just curious. All righty. Oh, it happens all the time, David. I'm going to cut this because I'm going to keep this box in 10. So I'm going to... I don't want to run my blade right across the cardboard. Oh, we're doing hockey next week, Fred. If you look, and I don't know how well that shows up, but if you look in the upper right-hand corner, I've got tonight's schedule, and then below that I've got next Saturday's schedule, and I've got 18-19 Premier scheduled for next week. It's the first one highlighted, or the first one in the black, or the first black row, I should say. Couldn't get my words out. All right, here we go. Good luck, everybody. Thank you for saying that, David. I certainly appreciate it. Here's our box. I'm going to set that right there while I put the lid back on the tin. Turn that around there. Just want to make sure that my angle is good on the camera when I cut these seals. Since this is a pretty high value product. Okay. And our first card is Carson Wentz base, and that's serial numbered 73 of 99. Our next card is Cam Newton and Kelvin Benjamin dual jersey card, and that's serial numbered 54 of 99. Looks like we'll be doing a random for that. There's the serial number right there above Kelvin Benjamin's name. Hey, Trevor. How are you doing, sir? You're on a little bit early. You're in Tier 1, right, Trevor? I knew you had quite a few spots in it. I didn't know if maybe you were in Clearly Authentic as well. Our next card, whoa. Wayne Gallman, past and present. Nice little logo patches there. My goodness. And that's serial number 2 of 2. Let me do this a different way here. Wayne Gallman and 2, is that 2? Yeah, 2 of 2. That is not, serial number not wanting to show up good on the camera. My goodness. It's a nice card. Very nice card. And our next card, ooh. Mike Ditka, and that is an eye black autograph, and that's serial numbered 16 of 25 from his playing days with the Cowboys. Our next card is a Chad Hansen rookie autograph, and that's serial number 12 of 25. And our last card in the box is a Mike Williams RPA. And that's serial number 23 of 99. Has a nice 3-color patch. Nice on-card signature. I'll hold that out a little bit so the light catches it a little better. When I bring it forward, it doesn't seem to. There we go. Had to adjust the light a little bit. Nice 3-color RPA there. You know, Fred, I was wondering the same thing. I'm not quite sure. From the looks of that card, I think that picture was obviously taken during training camp. Well, all right. So we've got a random to do first before we go through our list. Little Cam Newton, Kelvin Benjamin. I guess we should refer to the list first, though, just to make sure that the same person doesn't have both spots, since that would make the random a moot point. So let's switch screens for a second and go to our list. Let's see. Kelvin Benjamin, SE Ball 18. And who has Cam? X-Boom. Okay. So we'll go ahead and swap back. Give me just a second to set up our random for the dual jersey, and we'll get that done. And then we'll go through our list and see who got which cards out of the rest of the box. Yeah, I'm sure, David, I'm sure Woody probably would not want that. I'm sure if he had been in this break and hit that, I'm sure he would have gifted it to you, just so he wouldn't have to have it in his collection. Yes, Trevor, that is tonight. We do have the break that you'd bought into, that Tier 1 break is random player. We do have one pick your player that's going tonight, but that's triple threads. I wouldn't worry too much about being confused on it, honestly, because I've only got like 3 more of them listed in the store. I'm phasing them out for the most part, so it's not, it's just not something I'm going to be doing much of anymore, honestly. Alrighty, I've got our random set up. I've got each player listed twice. I'm going to randomize it 5 times, and whichever player is listed at the top, that will be the spot that the card goes to. Once, twice, 3 times, 4, and 5. And it's going to the Cam Newton spot. Which is a great segue of going through the rest of our list. So that dual jersey will go to X-Boom 2000. Congrats on that. Our Carson Wentz base goes to Cass Cry. Congrats on that. Our Chad Hansen rookie autograph goes to ADA Weed 0. Congrats on that. And then our Mike Ditka Black Ink Black autograph out of 25 goes to Kyle A. Lewis 88. Congrats. And then our Mike Williams RPA goes to Eskra Gur A46. congratulations on that. And then our Wayne Gallman past and present dual patch, serial number 2 of 2. My goodness. Goes to 2425. Congrats on that. Alrighty. Well, that concludes our 2017 Immaculate Football Random Player One Box Break number 2. Thanks to everybody that bought spots in the break. As always, we appreciate you all supporting our breaks. Thanks for your patience. I know this one took an awful long time to get filled, so we certainly appreciate you allowing us the time to get it filled. And of course, thanks to everybody that joined us live on the feed for the live stream during the break. And we'll be back here in about 6 minutes with our Clearly Authentic break. Thanks again, everybody. Hey, Trevor, we're going to be doing that Pick Your Player, I think, in about 17 minutes. So you'll kind of be able to see how it works. I mean, it's not that different than Random Player, other than people pick the player spot that they want to have and buy those particular spots. So it's not that different. It's a little different. Honestly, I have to say it's a lot more different for me, I guess, just getting everything put together. Get our Clearly Authentic box up here. I certainly appreciate that, Fred. The more the merrier. And next week will be a little bigger, since we'll do 4 breaks off the website. I just did 2 this week because I thought that I was going to have a bigger eBay lineup of stuff that needed to be broken, and things kind of slowed down a little bit, so I didn't. But we'll have one of each sport. Let's see, Premier Hockey, Contenders Optic Football, our 1819 Prism Basketball, our Mega Box, and then our 2020 Bowman Baseball, our Value Pack break. But I'm going to get our random set up for Clearly Authentic. I know Woody's showing up tonight just because he'd bought spots this afternoon in our website breaks. So he'll be here at some point. All right, got a random set. Move our Prism Blaster over there. Guess I should update the counts for the website breaks. I knew there was something I was forgetting. I knew it. Let's see. Down to 17 on the Prism Draft Football and 21 on the Basketball Blaster. So those will definitely be sold out by the time we get to those breaks. All righty. I apologize, Trevor. I know I've done a terrible job of explaining the pick your player break. For whatever reason, I have a hard time putting that into words, other than just to say that it's, people will pick the specific player spot they want. Those spots, instead of just having a flat per spot price like we do in our random player breaks, their prices vary depending on basically value of player. People pick the spots they want and they buy them for those specific players. And if they hit, then they get the card. So that's really at the core probably the biggest difference between that and random. That being said, I don't have a lot of pick your player breaks, and there might be someone else on eBay that offers them in that format. I'm not sure if they do. We have for the last year or so, and I'm kind of getting away from it just because administratively it's a pain. It wears me out, honestly. So, and I tend to get a lot of negative feedback based on those. People in those type of breaks get very upset quickly. So it seems like the best thing to do is just not do those breaks, period. I think most people, pick your team is obviously the dominant format style, followed by random team. We do a little bit of random team. I probably should do more. Not going to do pick your team, though. That's too, I don't know, it takes things too long to sell out. But that's just my opinion. That's just me. The good thing is, if you're into breaking, there's lots of opportunities out there with lots of different good folks. So everybody kind of wins in that scenario. I thought a little bit about doing divisions, David. And again, I wouldn't say that idea is off the table at all. I just, and I don't mind posting a divisional break and seeing how it goes. I'm not opposed to that at all. I'm just so hung up, for lack of a better phrase, on trying to have a low price point and have something that's accessible to more people. And, let's say that we do a $300 box and it's divisions and it's $40 or $50 a spot. Honestly, that's something that you can probably get from a dozen people. And not to say that there's anything wrong with that. I just, at that point, when I see that, I feel like I lose my market edge, because then I'm doing something that everybody else is doing. And frankly speaking, in that kind of environment, I'm going to lose that battle based on pricing. So I tend to not, and again, I'm not opposed to it. I just tend to shy away from things like I don't do pick your player. I don't do pick your team. I do very little random team, and if I do, it's just on a box basis. It's certainly not on a case basis, because I would get crushed by competition if I did that. So I tend to stick in my own little space that I moderately kind of have to myself, But again, that's not saying anything's off the table. I never say never. Hey, there he is. Everybody's been asking about you, Woody. Welcome to the live stream, sir. And honestly, David, that's kind of at the end of the day, that's like my major end goal, is I want it to be more accessible, more affordable. Not everybody has $100 for a break spot. Some people do, and that's great, and that's wonderful for them. But a lot of folks don't. And they can't take part in the experience. So so that's why I'm pretty focused on the random player format, and tend to really like it for that reason. You know, that last box we opened, that's a $2,000 box. I don't know about you all. I don't have $2,000 laying around to buy that box to open it for myself. But I can offer it in a random player break for $5.99 a spot. Or, you know, so that's kind of my example I'd use for my mentality. But anyway, enough of me blabbering. I apologize. We are running a few minutes late, and it is certainly past time for our 2020 Topps Clearly Authentic Baseball Random Player One Box Break number 2. Just like with all of our random player breaks, we list everybody in random.org in the order of which they've purchased their spots. We'll randomize that list 5 times and then match that up against an alphabetical player list from the product. Good luck, everybody. And lucky number 5. And we've got AFER 3439 in the top spot. And we've got PC Physicians in the bottom spot. All right. So I'm just going to cut and paste these over to the right and sort by everyone's eBay IDs. We'll scroll through our list. Once we've done that, then we'll open our box and see what we get. David, I'm pretty sure that's not what I said. I think you've misquoted me. I think I'm a victim of being misquoted. Although I think it would be hilarious if we did a random team break and you all had each other's teams. I personally would find that hilarious. And I don't know if I'd be that quick to let you all trade. Yeah, and the Zions go to Fred, too. That was what they had. So that's what happens when you show up late, Woody. All these things get decided with your spots, unfortunately. They're just picking you apart. Although I have a feeling you probably wouldn't be too heartbroken about the Eagles not having them. Zion, that's probably another story. That's right, I have been misquoted. Alrighty. Now that we have been through our list, let's open up our box and see what we get. Good luck, everybody. And Trent Grisham. And this is the black parallel because it is serial numbered 11 of 75. You can barely see the serial number. Let me see if I can. There you go. It's right by. He looks like he's signed right over the 5 in the serial number. Luckily, it doesn't look bad. But this is the black parallel. All right, so let's go through our list. And so you've got this Trent Grisham card. And it goes to Noah Maya 10. Congrats on that. All right. Well, that concludes our 2020 Clearly Authentic Baseball Random Player One Box Break number 2. Thanks to everybody that bought spots in the break. As always, we appreciate you all supporting our breaks. Thanks to those of you that joined us live for the break on the feed this evening. And we'll be back here in about 2 minutes with our Triple Threads Pick Your Player break. Thanks again, everybody. All right, looks like we're running a smidge off schedule. I'm going to go ahead and get the list prepped for Triple Threads. Looks like I need to end the listing first. Yeah, that would be pretty funny if I vetoed the trade, but then you'd all just end up shipping them to each other anyway. So I don't know how much good that would do. You just wait till you got them from me and then ship them to one another. Which one, Fred? The Immaculate, the first one, or the Clearly Authentic? Oh, the Clearly Authentic. Oh gosh, it's like 80. It's just a 1-card box. It's not super expensive. 80 give or take, somewhere in there. Maybe a little higher depending on where you buy it, but in that general vicinity. Alrighty, well, it looks like it is time for our 2019 Topps Triple Threads Pick Your Player One Box Break number 3. I am just getting our list ready since we don't have to worry about doing the random, since everybody's picked the spots they're going to have. I'm just going to get our list prepared real quick and we'll briefly scroll through that and then we'll open our box and see what we get. Alrighty. Alrighty. Let's open our box and see what we get. Good luck, everybody. All right. Our first card is a purple Tom Seaver parallel, and that is serial number 273 out of 299. Our next card is a Andres Galarraga black parallel, serial number 33 out of 50. I think that's the first black parallel I've pulled out of the 19 product. They were pretty tough, box to box. Our next card is Mike Trout base. Our next card is Jose Barrios base. Whoever had the Galarraga spot is doubling up in the first mini. There's his base card. And then our first hit out of mini box 1 is, whoa, how about that? Little Juan Soto, Powerful Teen. And that is serial numbered 11 of 27. How about that? Nice little die-cut jersey card. Like how they used the 3 different jersey colors. Very nice touch. Nice card for the Soto spot. And the second hit is a blank Trinian Jumbo jersey autograph. And that's serial number 22 of 50. Hey, Brian. Thanks for joining us. Long time no see. I have to say I really like this card just because the parallel color matches the team color. So that makes it really nice. It's always nice when you see the parallel colors sync up with the team colors. I'm not necessarily an A's fan or anything, but that's a nice card. Very nice. All right, on to mini box number 2. And our first card for mini box 2 is a Max Scherzer, I believe that is orange parallel, and that is serial numbered 195 of 199. Our next card is a Roy Halladay purple parallel, and that is 227 of $2.99. Our next card is Trey Mancini base. Hey, Breaking Bads, we've got about, gosh, I want to say 38, 39 spots left in that one. It was going really quick there for a while, and it kind of lost steam for whatever reason. Hopefully, though, it'll be sold out in the next couple weeks, next week or two. Our next card is Ricky Henderson base. And our next card is Alex Bregman. And our first hit from Mini Box 2 is a Scott Kingery triple jersey autograph rookie card. And that is serial numbered 19 of 35. And you'll see the little patch there in the star die cut. It's 2-color. That is sharp. That is really sharp. Very nice looking card. I don't even know if anybody bought the Kingery spot. Oh well, if not, it'll be randomed. Alrighty. And then our last card in our box is a Jose Abreu jumbo jersey, serial numbered 14 of 18. 14 of 18. All right, let me put this aside here. So, let's go through our list. We'll go through our base first. See who got which cards. Let's see, our Alex Bregman base goes to Brian. Congrats on that. Our Ricky Henderson base goes to Willa. Congrats on that. Let's see, no one had the Trey Mancini spot. The Andres Galarraga spot and accompanying black parallel. No one had that spot either. Jose Barrios base goes to MZR99. Congrats on that. And then our Mike Trout base also goes to Brian. Congrats on that. Now we'll go to our parallels. Our Roy Halladay purple parallel goes to Penguin 303. Congrats. Our Max Scherzer orange parallel to 199 goes to Brian. Congrats on that. And then no one had the Tom Seaver spot either. All right. So let's go to our hits. First off, our Jose Abreu jersey. And no one had Jose Abreu in the break. Our Juan Soto die-cut jersey card also goes to Brian. Congrats on that. And then let's see, our Blake Trinian. I'm pretty sure no one had that spot. Nope. And then Scott Kingery. No one had that spot. So we'll switch it back over to the camera. We have all these cards from this box of players whose spots were not purchased in the break. Leading off with our Scott Kingery RPA, our Blake Trinian, our Jose Abreu, and then our Tom Seaver. I'm going to put these in other order. Galarraga Black Parallel, Seaver Purple, Galarraga Base, and Mancini Base. So that is 7 cards. So what we're going to do is we're going to take everybody that did buy spots in the break. We're going to list everybody in random.org in the alphabetical order of the player spots that they purchased. We'll randomize that list 5 times, and then the top 7 listed after those 5 randomizations will get those 7 cards. Give me just a second to get the random set up. There we go, all set. Brian's in the top spot there because he had the Aaron Judge spot. Good luck, everybody. Once, twice, 3 times, 4, and number 5. So we've got Kilograms 062. We'll get the Scott Kingery autographed jersey rookie card, serial number to 35. Ventura 714 will get the Blake Trinian jumbo jersey autograph. Jereps 0 will get the Jose Abreu jumbo jersey. Accenture will get the Andres Galarraga black parallel. STTR 2539 will get the Tom Seaver purple parallel. Penguin 303 will get the Andres Galarraga base card. And Villa will get the Trey Mancini base card. All right. All righty. Well, that concludes our 2019 Topps Triple Threads Baseball Pick Your Player 1-box break number 3. Thanks to everybody that bought spots in the break. As always, we appreciate you all supporting our breaks. Thanks to everybody that joined us on the live feed for the break this evening. And we'll be back here in about 6 minutes with our Tier 1 break. Thanks again, everybody. See you, Keith. Have a good evening. We'll see you next week. I felt like that was a pretty good Triple Threads box. Certainly wasn't bad. Not the greatest one of all time, but pretty good. Pretty good as far as Triple Threads go. Nice rookie card and nice Soto. That was pretty nice. All right, looks like we've got about 7 minutes. I'm going to go through an update, see how many spots we've got left in our last 2 breaks of the evening. I dare say I don't think we have too many left. Open some hockey cards. I'm going to next week. I'm going to do my best from here on out, unless there's something crazy going on. I'll do 1 break from each sport from the website each week. So there'll be a baseball break, a basketball break, a football break, and a hockey break. So I have to say I was really encouraged by the last hockey break that we did. I'd kind of thought that I wasn't too sure if we would be able to sell it or not, honestly, just because I've had poor luck with hockey breaks in the past. But there were quite a few folks that bought spots in it, so I'd say that was pretty darn encouraging. The only reason I didn't this week is I thought I was going to have a bigger lineup of eBay breaks that needed to be done. Well, what do we all know what the right priority in that situation is? And it ain't us. Well, all right. My goodness. Looks like both of the website breaks are sold out. That's fantastic. Excellent. I'm going to set the random up for Tier 1. Wow. That's kind of harsh, David. My goodness. It's a tough crowd. It is a real tough crowd. Just booting Woody out like that? That is harsh. Oh, goodness, goodness, goodness. Goodness gracious. Wow. This is just a tough crowd. I don't. Looks like we've got quite a few timers on with us this evening. So if you are and you have any questions, by all means, please put them in the chat, and we'll do our best to answer it. You know, it's a great idea, Fred. It's a great idea. I don't have any old football. I'm actually going to order some. I was going to order some old football, some old basketball, and some old hockey, mostly 90s stuff, just to have to open and to put in your all's packages and stuff instead of just doing baseball all the time. So next week I'm going to do that. There'll be some random 90s stuff and maybe some 80s stuff, but probably more 90s stuff. The early insert era, I guess. So I'll get some different stuff because I know, frankly, I'm getting tired of seeing 92 Ultra, 91 Stadium Club, and I figure you all are too. But I'll mix it up a little bit sport and brand-wise. I'm hoping that I can find a box of 94, 95 SP hockey that's reasonable. But since Enigla's rookie cards in there, I don't know how reasonable it'll be. It's mostly stuff that I've opened back in the day. But I'm going to mix it up a little bit, get some football, that kind of stuff. Hey, Brett. Welcome to our break and live feed, sir. Thanks for joining us. Which break are you in, Brett? If you don't mind my asking. Man, the Series 2 checklist is just terrible. Just terrible. Okay. And it's coming up in just about a minute. I like to open old packs between breaks, Brett, just for fun. Just because. Hey, MJ. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for making our break your first. I certainly appreciate that. Always like it when people are new to breaks and decide to join one of ours. It's always nice. Are you in our Tier 1 break, MJ? Hey, Thomas, welcome. But we do have a lot of first-timers this evening. That's awful nice. That's a good thing. Very good thing. Well, it looks like it is 6:05, so let's get started with our 2020 Topps Tier 1 Baseball Random Player One Box Break number 2. Just like with all of our random player breaks, we list everyone in random.org in the order that they've purchased their spots. We'll randomize that list 5 times and then match that up against an alphabetical player list from the product. Good luck, everybody. Once, twice, 3 times, 4, and lucky number 5. And we've got Scott's 03 in the top spot. Hey, Patsy. And we've got SHSM 7167 in the bottom spot. Welcome, everybody. Those of you that have pinged in the chat, that's your first time. Welcome to our live feed. We're certainly glad to have you. Again, if y'all have any questions or anything, feel free to put them in the chat. We'll do our best to answer them. I am just sorting everybody's spots by their ID. Makes it a little easier as we scroll through the list to see who you have before we open our box. We'll take a few minutes to do that. If you happen to miss your name, don't worry, because we recap everything at the end. We'll go through and see which cards go to which people. If I can get my columns set up properly. There we go. All right. And as you can tell, there's a little bit of a fandom rivalry in the chat. Otherwise, it's a pretty good-natured chat, though. But welcome. We're glad to have you. Woody's the best Dallas fan you know. Alrighty, now that we've been through our list, let's open our box and see what we have. Trevor, I think it's going to go one of two ways. Either it's going to be really great and fantastic, or it's going to be really terrible. I don't think there's a lot of middle ground there. That's just me, though. I think it's all right. Our first card is Mitch Haniger. Nice bold blue sig there. Serial numbered 152 out of 299. Our next card is Hunter Dozier, jersey card, and that is 212 out of 395. You know, and I wouldn't argue that one bit, Trevor. Hopefully he's in good shape physically. His body's had a lot of time to heal up. He obviously has skills, no question of that. And his new head coach is not too shabby. Regardless of what any of us may think of him, I don't think logically, factually, you can dispute that he's not a really good coach who wins a lot of games. And our last card in the box is Brian Reynolds. And that is serial number 295 out of 299. Boy, you had to go there, David. You just had to go there. All right, so let's see who got which cards. Hi, Carlos. How are you doing? We'll start with our Hunter Dozier jersey card. And that goes to Escape Velocity Gaming. Congrats on that. And then our Brian Reynolds autograph. I guess it would help if I move this to the other screen. So there's who had our Hunter Dozier, Escape Velocity Gaming. Then our Brian Reynolds goes to Carpin 8561, which that's you, Carlos. Congrats on that, man. Awesome. It's always fun when people are watching live when you hit something for them. I always get a kick out of that. And then our Mitch Haniger goes to Aki Bay 99. Congrats on that. Alrighty. Well, that concludes our 2020 Topps Tier 1 Baseball Random Player One Box Break number 2. Thanks to everybody that bought spots in the break. As always, we appreciate you all supporting our breaks. Thanks for everybody that joined us on the live feed for the break this evening. It was especially great seeing all the new folks in the chat. Thanks for joining us. We always appreciate that. And we'll be back here in about 10 minutes with our 2019-2020 Prism Basketball Blaster Random Player One Box Break number 2. Thanks again, everybody. All right, I am going to update our list real quick for Blaster. Get both of our lists updated. Looks like we'd sold some spots since I had started the live feed, so I'm just going to get caught up on those for a few minutes and then set up the random. Yeah, there's been some footage out there of him. He looks, he is a large human being. He's not one of these slight build guys. Like, he's built like a linebacker, but has the skills of a quarterback. And, he's had the foot injuries and that Liz Frank injury. And it seemed like the last couple of years he started, he got beat up a lot, took a lot of hard hits and stuff. So his body's had time to heal, and hopefully, if he's in really great shape, I mean, there's no telling what he'll be able to do. I mean, there really isn't. He could put up some crazy numbers this year, and it wouldn't shock me in the slightest if he did. Brian, thank you for closing out the blaster break. I appreciate it. And thanks to Fred for closing out the football break. So we're all sold out. Yeah, I mean, he's got a ton of talent. He just got beat. He got really beat. It seemed like he got really beat up. And that's a lot of punishment to take week after week in season. And then the foot thing, that's one of those things that's, it's not like a broken bone or a torn ligament that you can have surgery on and it's a complete fix. So really the only thing that is good for that is just time. Well, that's great, Brian. I'm glad you're having a good time. Glad you're having a good time. So I've got the list done, so I'm just going to get our blaster random set up. And we'll get started. I was a little worried it might be a few minutes off schedule, but looks like we're just fine. Looks like we're just fine. and I will post the schedule for next week's stuff in the blog section on the website Monday evening. But that I'm pretty darn confident in that list. I mean, we're going to do all 8 of those. So, yeah, David, I kind of feel like there are a lot of people rooting for him this year. Even though they may not necessarily like New England because they've won all those Super Bowls and they kind of have the Yankee effect going their way. But I'm sure there are a lot of people rooting for him specifically to have a good rebound year and be able to string some wins together and stay healthy. And he's on a 1-year deal too, isn't he? I think it's just a 1-year deal with New England. So hypothetically, if he, threw for 35 touchdowns and 6 interceptions and they went 12-4, he'd be in line for a pretty good payday. Yeah. In today's environment, not only having the talent, but being a decent human being going along, that gets you a long way in today's world. And probably something that's looked at a little stronger than maybe it was in years past. Well, good gracious, we've got a few minutes. I think I'm going to open some of this Ultra. I've got a few packs left. That being said, I am going to switch it up for next week. Get some new quote-unquote junk wax to open. Maybe some basketball, some football, some hockey. Fred, of the 4, what is your... I think everybody that's in the chat, I think this will be helpful to me if y'all don't mind. Of the 4 sports, which is your favorite? If you had to just pick one and you could just open one sport for the rest of your life, what would you pick? Would you pick baseball? Would you pick football? Would you pick basketball? Or would you pick hockey? Hey, Robert. Hockey, baseball. Hockey for Fred. Well, we're definitely going to do more hockey, Fred. Honestly, I was shocked last week when we did the game used. I was really pleasantly surprised by the response to that. I really was. Kind of bowled me over a little bit. And I like hockey cards. Upper Deck makes some really nice stuff. Football. And at the risk of being a name-dropping jerk, which I really don't want to be, but I have some fun stories. So the person who's the director of product development at Upper Deck, his name is Grant. And I actually worked with him in the mid-90s when we were both at Beckett. Very smart fella. And I can tell when I read their product sheets because it looks like something he would write. Because he's a very detail-oriented person. We got an Alomar All-Star. Jackpot. Big hit. Big hit of the night right there. So, David, your football. You love all those Cowboy cards. And Brian, basketball. So I feel like we have a really good mix. We'll definitely do more hockey, though, for sure, without question. We'll do that consistent, just because there's enough people that really enjoy it. And honestly, I like opening it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not as sharp on hockey as I am baseball, basketball, or football player wise, team wise. But I like the products. They're nice. They're good. They're well thought out. They don't insult my intelligence. All right. I know you love the Cowboys, David. You don't need to publicly profess it. We already know that. We're all well aware. Well, it looks like it's 6:25, so let's get started with our 2019-2020 Prism Basketball Blaster Random Player One Box Break number 2. Just like with all of our random player breaks, we list everybody in random.org in the order of which they purchased their spots. We'll randomize that list 5 times and then match that up against an alphabetical player list from the product. Good luck, everybody. I was getting my words twisted there. I was chuckling over David's love for the Cowboys. That just never gets old. Twice. 3 times. 4, and lucky number 5. And we've got Jeff B in the top spot. And let's see who's in the Zion spot at the bottom. And that would be Brian. Brian M. takes the bottom spot, which I believe in this particular break with this player list is the Zion spot. All right. So I'm going to cut and paste our list over to the right. We'll sort it by everybody's names, just so everybody knows who they have before we open our box. And then we'll open our box and see what we get. So what are your footballs? Football as well. Well, it's a nice mix. That is a nice mix. So we'll definitely do our best to do one of each week. That way everybody has a little something that's near and dear to them. I certainly understand that. And plus, honestly, for me, it makes it a lot more entertaining. I wouldn't want to necessarily sit and just open one sport all the time. It's nice to have a nice mix of brands and a nice mix of sports. Keeps things fun. That's just me, though. So now you're ready to get back to serious card business, Woody? Is that what you're telling us? Does she like cards, Woody? Maybe that's being too personal. I just couldn't help but ask. I met my wife when I was working at Donruss. She was working at Donruss too. She was their logistics manager. She made sure that all the products shipped out on time to the proper places and whatnot. So we met at Donruss Playoff. and got married while we were both still with the company. How about that? Me too, Brian. Me too. And it never gets old. I don't know exactly how many packs I've opened in my life, but given the fact that I spent the better part of 8 years working for manufacturers and QCing case after case of new products, I've opened a lot of packs, tens of thousands. I think that'd probably be a pretty factual statement. Never gets old. Never. That is harsh, David. That is real harsh. Wow. That is harsh, man. Good gracious. She's welcome to watch the breaks too. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm going to let you all in on a little secret too that you all may find surprising or may not find surprising. But women make up a significant portion of the viewing audience for this channel. And I think a lot of breaking channels on YouTube, not just mine. Now, you may not see them in the chat, and I think that would be a accurate statement for most breakers. What are you talking to? That's hilarious. See, that's what happens, David. You're over there being all jealous and everything, and you miss your players. I'll scroll back up once we get down to the bottom of the list. All right, let's scroll up here and see who. There you go, David. See, Woody's got it right. He's focused on his players. He knows what time it is. All righty. Good luck, everybody. See, Woody's got his eye on the prize. He's watching the list, seeing who he's got. There are our packs. Set our box right there. All righty, first pack. And our first card is a Quindary Weatherspoon rookie. That's all right, Robert. They're constantly bickering about football. Our next card, Gary Harris, base. And then our next card is P.J. Washington, Instant Impact. I believe these are retail-only inserts. And then our next card is Draymond Green, base. Next pack. First card, DeAndre Jordan. Next card is Jarrett Allen. And then our next card is a Derek White, silver. And our last card in the pack is Clint Capella. Next pack. Thick card in that pack. Should be a jersey card. First card is Jason Kidd. And our jersey card is Paul Millsap. And our next card is a Justin Jackson green Prism. And our last card in the pack is Rudy Gobert. Let me get these wrappers off the table. They're driving me crazy. Pack number 4. Kyrie. Then our next card is Lauri Markkanen. Our next card is Kobe, NBA finalist. And our last card in the pack is Lou Williams. On to pack number 5. First card, Kevin Durant. Our next card is Bill Russell. And our next card is Goga Emergent. And our last card in the pack is Steven Adams. All right, our sixth and final pack. First card, Ty Jerome rookie. Second card is Jalen Brunson. Our third card is Bojan Bogdanovic, silver. And our last card is Chandler Parsons. So is that the Cowboys heart, David? I feel like it is. All right. So let's go back through our list and see who gets which cards. I was hoping we would have had a little more rookie card content in that box. So it would help if I switch the screen. Our Quindary Weatherspoon rookie goes to Michael F. Congrats on that. Our Ty Jerome rookie goes to Nissa B. Thanks for breaking with us again this week, Nissa. Our Goga Emergent insert, and I'm not pronouncing his last name because I can't, goes to Fred. Congrats, Fred. And then our PJ Washington Instant Impact insert goes to David M. Congrats. And then our Kobe NBA finalist goes to Woody. Congrats, Woody. And then our Bogdanovic silver parallel goes to Fred. Doubling up, Fred. Doubling up. Congrats on that. And then our Derek White silver goes to Woody. Woody doubling up. And then our Justin Jackson green prism goes to Woody. Woody with the triple. And then our Paul Millsap jersey card goes to... He's not on the checklist. Good gracious. I thought it was all rookie jerseys. But evidently there is a retail-only sensational jersey set. So I will set up a random with our original list. We'll run it 5 times. Whoever's at the top will get the Millsap jersey card. Give me just a sec to get that set up and we'll run that. Yeah, Woody's killing it. All right. So there is our random again. We'll run it 5 times. Whoever's at the top gets the jersey card. Once, twice, 3 times, 4, and lucky number 5. And it goes to Brian T. How about that? A little first time luck there. Congrats on that, Brian. Oops, there we go. Alrighty, well, that concludes our 2019-2020 Panini Prism Basketball Blaster Random Player One Box Break number 2. Thanks to everybody that bought spots in the break. As always, we appreciate you all supporting our breaks. Thanks for everybody that joined us on the live feed, as always. And we'll be back here in about 5 minutes with our Prism Draft Picks Football Random Player Break. Thanks again, everybody. All right. Looks like we've got a few minutes. I'll go ahead and set up our random for football. I have to say, I would hope there had been a few more rookie cards in that blaster. Seemed a little insert heavy. But sometimes that happens. Looks like we've got just about a minute until our football break. I think I should open another pack of Ultra. Although we did pretty good with that last one. Well, as good as I'm going to do with Series 2 Ultra, I guess. I appreciate all the positive feedback that folks have left on eBay. For whatever reason, I just got crushed this month with negative feedback. It's been kind of a crazy month. I'll go a month or two and not have any negative comments, and then I'll get 5 in 1 month, which kills our search or our results in the best match search. which is always cumbersome. But anyway, so here's Scott Lewis, Chris Bosio, Mark Leiter, Joe Girardi is a Cub. Mike Stanley, Charlie O'Brien, Marquise Grissom. Oh, Reggie Sanders, Roger Mason. Steve Sachs is a White Sox. Seems really weird. Juan Behringer, Juan Guerrero, Oral Hershiser, not too shabby, and Jeff Grotwald. Alrighty. Well, it looks like it's about 6:50. So let's get started with our 2020 Prism Draft Football Random Player One Box Break number 1. Just like with all of our random player breaks, we list everybody in random.org in the order of which they purchased their spots. We'll randomize that list 5 times and then match that up against an alphabetical player list from the product. Good luck, everybody. Once, twice, 3 times, 4, and lucky number 5. And we've got Fred in the top spot. And we've got Fred in the bottom spot. I'll just cut and paste this over to the right, sort by everybody's names. We'll scroll through our list and then open our box and see what we get. What's not cool, David? Yeah, it's just, and it's part of doing business on eBay when you do breaks. It's just one of those things. Now, when I first started doing it a couple years ago, like it really bothered me. Like it would ruin my day. Whereas now it's just kind of a nuisance. And honestly, there's enough positive comments on there that I feel like most people you can read those rationally, because the people that leave negative comments rarely are rational in their thought or expression. So I think most rational people can look and realize what's going on. But it just bothers me because it impacts our search results in best match. So that bothers me. But that, again, that's just, that's part of the deal. I mean, that's just part of being on eBay. Anybody that sells on eBay, that's something that you have to contend with. You just have to be able to stomach that. And again, honestly, that's one of the big reasons that I'm working towards transitioning more of our breaks to the website. Just because that is that kind of wears on your nerves after a while. And, sometimes, most of the time those comments aren't justified, or, somebody buys into a break and 8 days later they think that it's taking too long to fill because they didn't read the item description. That kind of stuff. It happens. It's just life. It's just the price of doing business. I appreciate that, David. Yeah, and most don't. You know, most breakers, they do their stuff real quick. They'll either run auctions where they sell player spots or team spots, and then they'll do it later that night once the auction ends. Of course, all the larger guys that have been doing it for, they'll sell theirs out pretty quick. But again, they're random team or pick your team, so there's only 30, 32 spots. So those do go quicker. Ours take a while. They just do. We tend to do better with our website stuff. Both of these breaks that we were doing tonight from the website, yesterday morning weren't anywhere close to being sold out. But we send a few emails out, and everybody's real great about jumping in and getting spots, and then by the time we started both of them tonight, they were already sold out. And we'll probably, that's kind of the model more that we're going to move to, where I'll have less and less on eBay, and we'll do more and more off the website. And they'll be a little quicker, but sometimes I like to list random stuff on eBay just to see if it'll fill. And sometimes it takes a little while, and sometimes it doesn't. But I understand, people don't want to wait, and I get that. I totally get that and understand it. So it's kind of a catch-22. I mean, I understand where they're coming from. Alrighty. So let's tear into our box and see what we get. This should be pretty good. Let's see, there are 5 packs in this box, and each pack has an autograph. And there should be plenty of parallels to go along with those as well. Actually, I'm just going to tear the box here. Take our packs out. There's our empty box that's been partially torn. Here are our 5 packs. Hopefully with lots of shiny and autographed cards. Pack number 1. First card, Lamar Jackson Crusade. I think that's part of the base set, yes. Next card, DJ Chark Jr. Next card, Kyler Murray All-Americans. And our next card is a green and yellow Prism Parallel Stephon Diggs. And that is serial numbered 88 of 249. And our next card is a green prism of Denzel Mims from Baylor. I think it's just a regular prism. It's just green on the card because that is the Baylor school colors. No, it actually is green because it is serial numbered 156 of 199. My bad. And then our next card is a Brian Herrien autograph. And that is serial numbered 150 of 199. Then our next card is Isaiah Simmons, rookie. I'll go ahead and sleeve up our rookies. And then our next one is Lavisha Chenault Jr., rookie card. All right, on to pack number 2. Oh, we got something good on the back. Something good on the back. First card, Aaron Rodgers. Second card, Nick Bosa. Our next card is Austin Eckler. And then our next card, wow, look at that. Derrick Henry Prism. It's a nice shimmer prism there. And that is serial numbered 236 of 299. Let me get out some more sleeves. There are a lot of cards to sleeve out of this box, which is great. Oh, and our next one, how about that? Oh, Justin Herbert. Prism rookie. Excellent. Not too shabby. Great card for that spot. Very nice. We won't send out the vet base, David, just the rookies and the inserts. Not serial numbered, but very nice. How about that? And then our next card, ooh, Patrick Queen, Baby Blue Prism autograph. That's nice. And that is serial numbered 22 of 30. Not too shabby there. Certainly a lot of shiny in this. Our next card is Denzel Mims, who we'd pulled the Prism parallel of the last pack. And then our next card, Joe Burrow. How about that? First pick, Bengals quarterback. Not too shabby there. And then on to pack number 3. I have to say I like this so far. First card, Barry Sanders. My gosh, it was insane watching him in college. Had some crazy games. And then our next card, Terry Bradshaw, back in his Louisiana Tech days. Quite the pitcher. And then our next card is Chris Godwin. And our next card, whoa, it's a red, white, and blue Prism Cooper Cup. And that is serial numbered 22 of 99. And then our next card is Henry Ruggs III, and that is a yellow-green Prism. And that is serial numbered 190 of 249. And then our autograph is Tyler Johnson. And that is a orange Prism. And that is serial numbered 139 of 149. Then we've got A.J. Dillon, rookie card. And then our last card is Albert Okawugabunam, rookie. I'm sure I did not pronounce that correctly. All right, on to pack number 4. First card, Jarrett Stidham. Next card, Deebo Samuel, All-Americans. Then our next card is Phillip Rivers. And then our next card is a T.J. Hawkinson orange Prism. And that is not serial numbered. I thought that would be. And then our next card is a Donovan Peoples-Jones Prism rookie. And then our autograph is, T. Higgins. Mojo Prism autograph. How about that? Very nice. Nice hit for the T. Higgins spot. And that is serial numbered 45 of 49. Our next card is Xavier McKinney, rookie. And then our last card in the pack is Chase Claypool. All right, our last pack. First card, Mark Andrews. Derrick Henry. Debo. Then our next card is a Terry Bradshaw green and purple prism. And that is serial numbered 171 of 199. And then our next card is a Brian Edwards silver. And our autograph out of this pack is Patrick Taylor Jr. I believe this is the only autograph out of this box that wasn't serial numbered. And our next card is Tyler Johnson. And then our last card in the box is Jake Fromm. Yeah, I felt like this was a pretty nice box. A lot of color, a lot of shiny, 5 signatures. Thought that was pretty good. So let's go through our list and see who gets which cards. I'll start with the base rookies first, and then the Lamar Crusade. We'll go through those first and then go through the parallels and then the autographs. So our Jake Fromm goes to Fred. Congrats, Fred. Our Tyler Johnson goes to Stuart. Congrats, Stuart. Thank you for joining our break this week. And then our Chase Claypool rookie goes to Fred. Fred doubling up early. Congrats. And then our Xavier McKinney also goes to Fred. Congrats on that. And then our Albert Okawugambunum goes to Stewart. Stewart doubling up. Then our A.J. Dillon rookie goes to Fred. Then our Denzel Mims rookie card and also Silver Prism parallels goes to Stewart. Congrats on those. And then our Laviska Shenault Jr. rookie card goes to Fred. Congrats on that. And then our Isaiah Simmons rookie goes to Fred. Fred is killing it. And then our Lamar Jackson Crusade, only because, goes to Woody. Congrats on that, Woody. And then our Joe Burrow rookie card goes to Stewart. Congrats on that. So now we've went through our rookie cards. Let's go through our Prism parallels. Our Brian Edwards rookie silver goes to Fred. Congrats on that. Our Terry Bradshaw green and purple prism goes to Brian M. Congrats on that, Brian. Our Donovan People-Jones rookie silver goes to Woody. Woody doubling up. Our TJ Hawkinson orange prism goes to Chris M. Congrats on that. Our Henry Ruggs III yellow and green prism goes to Stewart. Congrats on that, Stewart. And then our Cooper Cup red, white, and blue prism goes to Fred. Congrats on that. And then our Derrick Henry, I'm going to assume that's Hyper prism, goes to Fred. And then our Stephon Diggs yellow and green prism also goes to Fred. And then our Justin Herbert Prism rookie card goes to Chris M. Congrats on that. And now we'll go through our 5 autograph cards. Our Patrick Taylor Jr. autograph goes to Lawrence C. Congrats on that. And then our Brian Herrien green and purple prism autograph goes to Billy A. Congrats, Billy. And then our Tyler Johnson orange prism autograph goes to Stewart. I guess we'd already pulled the Tyler Johnson rookie. The autograph goes to Stewart as well. And then our Patrick Queen platinum blue prism out of 30 goes to Fred. Congrats on that, Fred. And then our T. Higgins Mojo Prism autograph out of 49 goes to Nicholas O. Congratulations on that. I have to say that was quite the box. Quite the box. There's our T. Higgins Mojo Prism auto. Our Patrick Queen, I'm going to call that platinum blue because that's what it looks like. And our Tyler Johnson orange prism auto. Our Brian Herrien purple and green prism auto. Our Patrick Taylor Jr. prism. There's our Justin Herbert prism. And then Diggs and Mims. And then there's our Derrick Henry Hyper Prism. Little red, white, and blue Cooper Cup. Ruggs. Yellow and green prism. And then Hawkinson orange prism. I thought that was a pretty nice box. They're a little pricey, but you get an auto in each pack and 2 prism parallels in each pack. So I thought that was pretty cool. Well, that concludes our 2020 Prism Draft Football Random Player 1 Box Break number 1. Thanks to everybody that bought spots in the break. As always, we appreciate y'all supporting our breaks. Thanks to everybody that joined us on the feed. As always, it's great having you all in the chat. And yeah, it's been a fun evening of breaks. Hope everybody had a good time. And we'll be back next week with our list of 8 breaks there that we've got listed. And we might add 1 or 2 different ones, but those for sure will be going next week. We will see you all next week. Hope everybody has a great week ahead. Stay safe and careful and healthy. And we'll see you next Saturday. Thanks again, everybody. Alrighty, that was nice. I always say that stuff at the end of the break just so I know where to cut off when I post the break to YouTube. I thought that was a really good box. Fred killed it. Fred absolutely killed it. Of course, Fred had a lot of spots, but I thought that was a pretty good box. We didn't get the big monster hit, but I thought the packs were nice. One autograph, 2 prisms per. I thought it was a pretty nice box. I felt like the value's probably there a little better than the basketball stuff, but basketball stuff is priced insane right now. So, but I thought it was pretty good. I thought that was pretty fun evening. I wish we would have hit a little bigger in our Immaculate football break, but that's very kind of hit or miss. But I thought it was good. I had a great time. I hope you all did. Seemed like we had some newcomers in the chat. That was kind of nice. Nice to see some folks coming in breaking with us. It's always encouraging. So that was great to see. Hopefully David has recovered from Woody's girlfriend being with him during most of the live stream this evening. Hopefully, David, you're not too heartbroken. If so, maybe you'll find time in the week ahead to heal. Sorry, I couldn't help it. It was just too good. It was too easy. Too easy. But yeah, we'll have a big lineup for next week. 4 eBay breaks, 4 website breaks, baseball, basketball, football, and hockey. Should be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to opening that Bowman. I've had those packs sitting in my closet for quite a while, so it'll be fun to tear into those. The 1819 Prism Mega Box, those are fun because of the pink ice Prism pack that's in there, so that'll be fun. The Optic football will be nice. I don't think I've opened any 19 Optic football, so a lot of good color in there. They're fun to open. And then, of course, Premier Hockey. Premier's a nice product. No telling what we might get in there. Thanks, David. But yeah, should be a fun lineup next week. We'll probably post a new break or 2 on the website, but those are the 4 we're doing next week. And I guess I better get off here and edit some videos and get them posted. But as always, it is a fun time as always. Yeah, if there's some of those base cards you all want, just let me know. I'll send them to you. I don't ship out every single base card. And it's not because I want to keep them. I have no desire to keep them whatsoever. Honestly, they just create clutter for me. I don't ship all of them out, honestly, because I factor that into the break costs and postage and shipping. But if there's something specific that you all want, let me know and I'll send it out to you. It's not an issue. Honestly, I don't ship every single card out because then instead of shipping 8 envelopes, I'm shipping 20. And it's just a way to keep the cost down. And if I ship you something, generally I want it to be of some sort of value, either a rookie card or an insert card or a parallel card or an autograph. But if there's some of the base particular because it's your guy or team, just let me know and I'll be happy to ship. Fred, I'll make sure and include that berry in there for you in your package, because I certainly do not need to keep these. Honestly, whatever's left, I usually donate at the end of the year to one of our local hospitals. Let the kids have them. But yeah, if there's anything of your guy, David, I'll be happy to ship you all the Cowboys. Woody, I'm going to ship you all the Eagle cards. So just, be ready for those in your envelope. I know that both of you will be very appreciative to receive both of those teams with your packages, since I know those are your favorite teams. But yeah, certainly let me know on that, and I'll include those. No problemo. Well, all righty. This week's video is a little short. We're only at 2.5 hours, but that's all right. I usually like to time it out to about 3, but nobody's perfect. But I certainly appreciate you all joining, and I hope you all have a safe, fun weekend and week ahead. and I will see you all next Saturday. See you all later.